I am probably not going to play anymore. The Splatfests are getting too stale too fast, and it's because Shiver keeps winning all of them. It was rigged, and Japan ruined Splatfest for me. I'm actually really tired of Shiver winning just because Shiver, not because of the theme. Nah, because there's literally no way this isn't rigged, because WTF. Hey everyone, I think we have to have a serious talk about Splatfest and what is going on right now. The common misconception about Splatfests is that Splatoon 3 is the reason that everything is so toxic. But this isn't really the case. If you take a look at the old Splatoon Amino, you are plagued with so much toxicity, and it's not a new thing. Splatfests have always been toxic. As someone who has not won a Splatfest since the Chaos and Order Splatfest all the way back in Splatoon 2, some of you guys really gotta chill out, okay? I'm not saying that it's bad to get sad over a Splatfest because we're all humans. We get upset when we don't get our way, okay? But the things that are happening, doxing people? Are you serious? And to make you feel a little bit better about how sad you get when you lose a Splatfest, here's a picture of me crying because Frye lost the Splatfest. A little embarrassing, but you know, I was going through something else and that just threw me over the edge. Alright, I'm gonna stop myself before I continue blabbing before I actually show you the main part of this video, which is the speed paint. I have made two pieces that I'm going to share with you. The first one is of Deep Cut's Splatoween outfits, and they are so cute and so precious. And the second one is the Squid Sisters, and they are so cute in their little pumpkin outfits. Now that I have explained to you what this video is, let's get into my rant. I'm gonna start off this conversation by saying, some people don't know what a digital footprint is, and I think that's really strange because if you have any goals like getting a job, going to school, then maybe you should think about tweeting those things about Shiver, because first of all, it's not her fault. Second of all, what? I'm not saying that Splatoon 1 and 2 didn't have their problems, because like I said before, they obviously did, but you know, Splatoon 3, people are just so much more, like, inherently, chronically online, so they get mad a lot more easily. So even if your team has a good chance of doing well, like Frye's team in the last Splatfests in America, the Japan audience really threw that out the window because you're not gonna win against Japan because they have such a big player base compared to America. I know that's kind of crazy, but they are really, skewing the votes. And usually the skew has a particular favoritism towards Shiver. And at first, no one really saw it coming. People were like, oh, big man's gonna win the first Splatfest. But he didn't. Do you know who won? Shiver. And then the trend continued. And at this point, I don't really think that we can call it a coincidence anymore because it's really not. People like to say, oh, Shiver, she just has the better option all the time. But this is not the case because, you know, at this point, I feel that it is blatantly anti-Frye. And I'm saying it now because I don't want to be the one to say this, but Japan, they have some colorism issues. And I think that it's kind of been seen in Frye, and I will make a video talking about in defense of Frye's design because she is one of my favorite design characters in all of media. I am not saying you cannot choose Shiver's team because you prefer Shiver. I'm just saying that at this point, it is becoming kind of not fun for people who just want to choose based on the topic or their opinion, or maybe if they're a Frye fan and they just want to see her win. I don't know. But some people on Twitter were posting really disgusting things about people and about Shiver, and at the end of the day, you should not be fighting your opposing teams because this is meant to be a fun, friendly competition. You can get sad, you can get mad, but do not take it to Twitter because that is doing no one good. It's not going to give you the win, it's not going to help you. Why are you doing it? When you think about Splatfest, is it really that big of a deal? And this is coming from someone who has not won a single Splatfest since the Chaos and Order, and also someone who, cried after Frye lost, it's not that big of a deal, guys. It's for Super Sneeze Snails, and they're not that important, and, you know, maybe the win is satisfying, but is it worth doxing someone? No, you guys need to chill out. I personally have not played much Splatoon since the last Splatfest because of how, I don't know, terrible it was. Actually, the Splatfest was really fun for me. I had such a blast playing with my friends. We won a 100x, it was so much fun, but then when the results hit, I was devastated. And I think it's better for everyone's mental health if we just took it with a grain of salt. It's okay if you lose, because you did your best. I think everyone should take Splatfest for really what it is. It is just a friendly competition. And at the end of the day, if Shiver wins, whatever. You know, even though I think that she has a much less appealing design than Frye, people will like what they want to like, so YOLO. I have not talked about Big Man yet, and I think he's important, so I'm going to talk about him. You know, I feel like a lot of the time he is used as a placeholder, which I get because he kind of is in a way, but, you know, I really appreciate him, and I've chosen his team many times. We have not won, but, you know, I try. I just think the inclusion of a third Splatfest team was kind of an iffy option because it kind of adds more tension and more people to lose, which is kind of, will make more sour losers. And this is more reason for the winners to gloat, which I don't think is a good idea. If you won, just take your win and leave. You don't have to rub it in the face of the losers because at the end of the day, it's Splatfest. Grow up. I also think that Splatoon 3 Splatfests in a way are very, very lackluster compared to Splatoon 2. I can't say anything for Splatoon 1 because I didn't play it, but a lot of people seem to love them. My favorite thing about Splatoon 2 is that they included shifty stations, which were designed by Marina, and basically they were just like a fun new stadium that were like, oh, really cool, and they included stuff from story mode. And in Splatoon 3 we have tricolor, and it's like kind of annoying because like it's so hard to win, and it's just like, even if you're on the attacking team, the other team will probably kill you, which is like not great. I am excited to come off my hiatus from Splatoon to play the Splatfest because, oh my god, Deep Cut and the Squid Sisters look so darn cute, and I'm gonna fight so hard for Frye, even though if she loses, I will not be surprised, and I will try to refrain from crying. You know, that was a one-time thing. I don't do that often, and I swear to God, if I see another person saying, oh, I hate Shiver, she's evil, she ruined Splatfests, I'm like, are you serious right now? It's not Shiver. If anyone, it's her simps, okay? But, you know, they're gonna choose what they're gonna want to choose, so you're just gonna have to take it. And if you're choosing Frye, you're kind of, you know, asking for the loss, but, you know, that's what I'm doing, because I love Frye, and I will fight for her until the very end. Also, just a pro tip from me, to help your mental health, do not open Twitter, do not open TikTok for about 48 hours after the Splatfest results are ready, because you will thank me. And if you can't do that because you're addicted to social media, I get it. Me too. Maybe log into a different account that doesn't have to do with Splatoon, because you will just feel so much better. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. I probably will add more in the outro, but I hope you enjoyed my speed paints. I'm really happy with how they turned out. They are just so dang cute, and I love all their designs so much. And, you know, they're also going up in a gallery at my school, which is pretty cool. I guess I'm just gonna end with this. For Splatfest, I think it's best for everyone if you take it with a grain of salt. If you win, that's great. Celebrate. But please don't be disrespectful to the people who lost, because it's rubbing salt in the wound and they're just gonna get mad. And also, if you're the person who lost, take a breather, it's okay. You have the next Splatfest. And, you know, you had fun in the moment. And, yeah. And don't dox people. That is very important. Don't do it. It's not good for your reputation. And also, it's not good for the person you do it to. And at the end of the day, it's about a Splatfest. Are you serious? Whew, that was a lot. Anyway, I hope you have a great Splatfest this weekend, and just have a good time, no matter what team you choose.